The movie began in a futuristic city of Lagos, Nigeria when Tunde starts visualizing his new project. In it, a girl riding a motioned hoverboard got ambushed by some men. From nowhere, her pet lizard came to defend her and tries to activate an extraordinary Ija mode but malfunctioned in the process. In frustration, he stops it and tries to figure what went wrong. Tola woke up in excitement as she turns 10 today. Her dad, being a successful engineer, created a lot of gadgets to make her life much easier. As she dresses her way out, she went straight to the kitchen to make her dad, whom is about to arrive, a nice dessert for tonight. When Mr. G was about to go pick up his boss from the airport, Tola came around and convinced him to let her come with him. Mr. G couldn't resist. He agreed. Reaching a terrible traffic, Mr. G pressed a button that made them escape the traffic. In the air, road sellers still go on with their business by using drones to carry their goods for air passengers. Tola felt amazed at that moment. Soon later, Borde, using the latest green tech sunglass detector having details and net worth about upper-class citizens for crime heist, spotted Tunde but has no information about him, which made him curious. Tola, from nowhere, ran to embrace her dad, but her dad was troubled to see her in the airport because of the kidnapping happening recently in the city. Borde, from an angle seeing this as a golden opportunity for him, followed them. Tunde confronted Mr. G for her presence and calms down to listen to the news about some kidnapping of kids going on. At that moment, Tola realizes why her father got upset in the first place. Arriving at their mansion, Tola presents the dessert she made earlier to him. He took one and said he has an urgent business to attend to. Tola, feeling lonely, saw Koli, her friend, and approached him. Koli wished her a happy birthday, which made her decide to help him. Still working on the robot lizard, Tunde got a call from Mrs. Usman, his boss, rushing him on his project to dissolve the latest kidnapping going on in the city. She advised Tunde to hand the lizard to Tola for live test. When Tola was walking towards her room, her dad called her attention and presented the lizard to her. But because she longs to have a father-daughter relationship, she embraced the gift. Soon later, Borde continues his research on Tunde but finds a picture of his daughter and Koli, a boy he knows too well. Borde had a flashback of him. He recalled when he stole 5,000 from a rich woman and used it to buy a gold chain. This got his mother fired. Borde always take in mind that it's unfair and never fair that some are rich while many are poor. In the present, Borde made a living by kidnapping kids and sharing a little portion of the profits with his partners in crime. As he left, he ordered them to search for Koli. That morning, Tola saw Koli dancing and decided to join him. Not too soon, Koli had a call from Miss Happiness, Borde's partner in crime, who texted him that he was needed before he leaves. Tola, knowing her father would be working late that evening, invited him to have dinner with her. At the dining, Tola treated Koli as a real friend. But as he was about telling her why he doesn't go to school, Tola's dad barged in. He despised Koli for eating on his table because he never wants to remember his past struggles. After sending him out, he confronts Tola and sends her to her room. On his way home, he faced a heavy storm. Due to the fact that the price doubled, he walked home. As he was walking, he angrily picked the call and was shocked it was his old boss Borde. Koli recalled at his young age, when he and his mom went to Borde to borrow some loan for him to go to school. In the present, as Koli was taking care of his sick mother, a call came through from Borde. He went to see him but felt the reason was because of the loan they borrowed. But Borde has change of plans to use him to get to Tunde since he knows Koli is working for him. Koli was asked to bring Tola to him, but he couldn't do it because she has been nice to him. After Borde mentioning Koli's mother medical treatment will be taken care of if he complies, he agreed in fear. The next day, all Tola wanted was to see the real world and learn her culture. So she lied to Mr. G that her dad granted her permission for her and Kola to go see the mainland. Her pet robot lizard was designed to keep a close eye on Tola in case of any form of danger. While they were having fun in the market, they got tired and went to eat. While eating, it dawns on Koli his meant to bring Tola to Borde. Meanwhile, the robot lizard was determined to find a place to charge himself up to complete his mission. In fear, Koli drags Tola out of the market area. Reaching the bridge, Sunday approached Koli. The lizard spotted the danger but wasn't charged to defend her, so it shut down and sends a signal to her father. Koli tries to hold Sunday down and tells Tola to run as fast as she can. Tola, on the run, went to a dead end and asked a stranger for help. Over time, her dad began his search for her. In line of doing so, Bourde sends a hologram to demand for 50 million in exchange for his daughter. Miss Happiness took Tola to Bourde. Bourde then tells Tola Coley was working for him. Meanwhile, Mr. G accepted to help Coley's mother despite putting him into this mess. A strange girl saw the lizard and held it. Meanwhile, the lizard used the slightest opportunity to charge using her wristwatch. Mr. G then flies Coley's mother to his home before Sunday arrived and found only Coley and chased him. When Sunday tries to put an end to Coley, the robot lizard came through and defended him, demanding for Tola's whereabouts. Sunday, being chased by the lizard, contacted a vehicle and dashed out, but determined to find Tola. The lizard clung onto the vehicle, leaving Coley behind. Tunde arrived at the same place, having been really mad at Coley, but allows him to come with him. Sunday, having arrived, explained what happened to him. Bourde suspected it's her father's gadgets. No one knew the lizard was present with them at that moment, so it crawled its way to where Tola is held hostage. The robot lizard showed itself, but Tola still felt hopeless because it can't fight for her without its extraordinary Ija mode. Eventually, Coley and Tunde arrived at the gangster's hiding place but found no clues. When Tunde was making his research on Sunday, it dawns on Coley he recorded every single word of Bourde's whenever he's with him, which his mom taught him. In line of Tunde trying to use the records against Bourde, both of them also got kidnapped and was brought in. Tunde was taken to the head of the gangsters, Bourde, while Coley was thrown into the room where Tola was. They both stood like a log of wood for a while and recalled the first day they became friends. Back to Bourde and Tunde. Bourde, having known Tunde is a tech guy, not only demanded for 50 million but wants the list of all his client and also wants his name erased from the entire system. Tunde couldn't do that due to the fact he wasn't with his system. Bourde then held him hostage along with the two kids and brought them to Tunde's house. While both of them are kept in a room, Coley wanders about on how to fix the robot lizard to activate its extraordinary Ija mode. Tola Haven understood why he was disturbed, cries out loud to buy him some time to find a main power source for the lizard. The guards foolishly took Tola to her dad's office. Tola, telling her dad how she feels, scatters some books on the floor and used that opportunity to grab the lizard's charger and head straight to Coley. When Coley tries to defend himself from Sunday, Tola came to his rescue with her flying hoverboard and both of them took him down. When Coley was fixing the lizard, Tola had a plan and ran out to the car to contact Mrs. Usman. Running back inside, she meets Happiness, but her pet robot recovered just in time. The robot, having sensed her abilities, transformed into his extraordinary Ija mode and faced her. As they were combating, Tola ran to her dad's office. Bourde had the urge to explain why he's doing this to them, but at the other hand, Tola acted smart and used Coley's strategy to record all his speech without him knowing. Meanwhile, Mrs. Usman helped to share the video to the media for everyone to have the chance to see this. In frustration, he dashed outside, but the robot lizard held him hostage. After all being done, Coley's mother came back to the house and embraced her son. Tola then apologized to her dad and Mr. G for tricking them, while Tunde finally likes Coley and gives him the opportunity to be his partner, which he accepted. For more attractive recaps, click on like and subscribe on this channel. Thanks for watching.